So we are almost at Thanksgiving. So let's talk about pretenders or contenders in the NFL. And I am going to...
For what, though? You got to define this.
This is Super Bowl.
To win it or make it?
Let's go make it.
Okay.
Let's go make it. So let's start in the AFC, and I am going to give you... I'm going to start with a couple here. I'm going to go with the Houston Texans and the Jacksonville Jags in the same division.
Pretenders of the highest order. No shot. Zero. A literal 0%. They have the same chance of making the Super Bowl as the Tennessee Titans. Jacksonville is solely dependent on turnovers, and Trevor Lawrence can't be trusted. For Houston, the defense is incredible, but they just don't have the pieces on offense.
Yeah, C.J. Stroud not playing again. You're going to get Davis Mills. I'm with you. I don't see any chance at making the playoffs whatsoever. And I'm not even – I know Jacksonville just rolled the Chargers. Don't care.
Fishing vest. Can't win a Super Bowl with a fishing vest on. Check it.
What if he was a ginger wearing a fishing vest?
He kind of is. Liam Cohen's a strange dude. Carry on.
Let's jump over to the NFC, and I'll give you two teams there. The Green Bay Packers and the San Francisco 49ers.
Pretenders. I think the Packers are broken. And I think it's important that you maneuver your opinions as you get data. I right now, I have the Lions out of the Packers. The Packers have losses to Carolina, to Cleveland, a tie against Dallas. They had to escape against the Giants. Like, what are we doing here?
Yeah, to me, I would say both pretenders. The Packers are a half a team. Defensively, they're a good team. Offensively, they have problems, major problems. In order to get to the Super Bowl, you're going to have to go and win some games. The defense just can't shut everybody out every game. I easily can see a civil war breaking out in the locker room.
Niners are going to win a playoff. They're going to win a playoff game just to piss me off. So why don't we just go ahead and say contenders and he can shut up?
No, I would love it. No, they're pretenders, Mike. They're benefiting from a bad schedule, an easy schedule. Look, they've run out of bodies. They just are playing the bottom of the league right now, so they're going to keep collecting victories. But no, can they make it to the Super Bowl?
No.
They won't be able to play a home Super Bowl game.
So I'm going to put these next two teams in the NFC
together. But I would love for them to win a game just to tick you off.
These next two teams, I'm only putting them together because the NFC South is only going to get one team. And the Panthers are one game behind the Bucs, and they have 2 out of the last 3 games in their schedule are against the Bucs. So,
no.
Carolina Panthers and the Tampa Bay Bucs.
I'm going to say this. Panthers, no. Bucs, if they start getting their players back, yes. If they can tread water and then get their receivers back and get Irvin's back, then yes, I think that they could be contender.
Divisional round at best. Todd Bowles is an idiot.
Okay.
You know, I can't stand Todd Bowles' defenses. I can't stand them.
Okay.
But look, I think they're fun. I love Baker. They are not a Super Bowl team. And by the way, go look at what they've done the last month. Hey, remember all those early season escapes?
Yeah.
Now the tables are getting turned on them.
Well, no, I mean, it's kind of like San Francisco. They're running out of bodies over there. Like, Baker is the offense. I'm just going to run around and do all types of stuff. He's Caleb Williams, except for he has more skills.
Who gives off less energy, Trevor Lawrence or Todd Bowles? Both at any given moment look like they're asleep at their job.
Jonathan Smith.
Jonathan Smith's a fireball compared to Trevor Lawrence.
Let's jump back over to the AFC for 2 other teams here. Let's go with the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Los Angeles Chargers.
Pretenders, both. Pittsburgh's not going to make the playoffs. The Chargers, the O-line killed their entire season. Harbaugh's doing a really nice job. You can't outrun 3 tackles dying for the year. And 2 of them are Pro Bowlers. So they're done. They're not going to get there.
Yeah, I'm with you. You said Pittsburgh and Baltimore?
No, Pittsburgh and the Chargers.
Okay. Well, you can throw Baltimore in there as well. But
no,
I'll
get to them later.
I don't think, Chargers, 2 injured. Pittsburgh, they'll make the playoffs again just to tick off David because they'll keep that streak going.
Ugh.
And in the end, I don't know how motivated Aaron Rodgers is. I I don't really know if he can lead that team, if he could give that fiery speech of saying, guys, us versus the world. Because for him, he'll just say, I was talking to my wife last night, and she said that we should go out and play hard. But Aaron, you're not married.
I don't need a fiery speech. Just play better. That's all I need. Let's go back over to the NFC, the Chicago Bears and the Seattle Seahawks.
Pretenders. Bears
Why,
have no
Mike?
defense. The quarterback play's not good enough.
And
Seattle's defense is good enough, but I don't trust Sam Darnold in the big game. I don't need to mention Ginger slander. I don't think Sam Darnold's a Super Bowl caliber quarterback.
you know what? As much as I was Tyra Banks last Sunday because I really was rooting for him.
I know.
It was like, this is a big game for you. And he went out there, and every time it's like the pressure just got to him, and his picks just got worse and worse and worse. Yeah, he is not a big game quarterback whatsoever. David, you would have to win at least 3 games to get to the Super Bowl if you're Seattle. The defense could. Offense can't.
So I'll close it out for the NFC with this because I think it's whoever gets the number 1 seed here in my mind. Eagles, Rams.
Both contenders. And I think the Lions deserve to be in that conversation.
Yeah.
No, David, listen, you can't be a victim of the moment. I mean, just like after the Packer game, I said, well, the Lions are an 11-win team going in. They're an 11-win team coming out. I can be angry about the loss to Philadelphia, but I'm still going to put the Lions with the Packers and the Eagles. I think those 3 teams, that's where it'll be. Do I think the Lions are 1 or 2? No. Do I think they have to improve to end up in those games with a chance to go to the Super Bowl? Yes. But I'll take the Lions before I take Seattle. I'll take the Lions before I take the Niners.
See,
like, what are we talking about? Lions or Bears? Lions.
No, I have the Lions in that tier under. Like those two between the Rams and the Eagles, I think are head and shoulders above the Lions. I think the Lions are the next tier with the injuries on that O-line and the offense just not seeming right. Look, Campbell stepped in there. He fixed it until it didn't look fixed, and then we're going to play to our strengths until you didn't play to your strengths. Campbell in a big game, I worry about. But these 2 teams, I look at the Rams, I look at the Eagles. Yeah, David, one of those 2 will be representing in the NFC.
So we close it out in the AFC, and I am going to group some teams together here. New kids on the block versus the old stogies here. And you have to choose, where are you taking the Super Bowl representative from? Old school, Bills, Ravens, Chiefs. New kids on the block this year, the Colts, the Patriots, the Broncos.
I would go old school. I'm still going to say Ravens, not so much, because the Ravens are really something ain't right, man. The Lions did something to that team.
Everybody did something to them. They started the year 1-5. Come on.
But Mike, their offense it's just
injuries, man. They lost every important player. They're just not that good.
The
but
Bills,
luckily, they play in that division where Burrow's dead. The Browns are helpless. And his rat-ass Steelers have old balls as a quarterback.
But, yeah, I look at the Bills and the Chiefs, and I know technically the Chiefs are not in this thing right now, but I still would trust Andy Reid over a lot of coaches in the AFC. So, Bills, Chiefs, I'm going old school, David.
New school Patriots, I don't care. I'm tired of the same teams. There.
I didn't say I wasn't tired of it.
I'm tired of it. I don't care. I'm not even answering it seriously.
Okay.
New school. Why?
Okay.
Because I don't care.
Things.
No, because I'm tired of it. The Chiefs, the Bills. How about the Bills? Learn how to stop the run. Sign the last 5 years.
They went out and invested in
and what's it produced? Oh,
they got to win over the Chiefs.
They're not going to win their division. How's that?
That is
new school. Drake May.
That is your NFL blitz.